there is a natural growth progression in terms of political viewpoints. Once someone embarks on a true spiritual journey and really overcomes all of their traumas, all of their resentments, all of their experiences, and they peel all of those layers back, they cease having leftist politics because generally speaking, leftist politics are reactionary and they are not grounded in principle and they're not oriented toward truth. They are not God centered in any way. Uh, Everyone who votes left as a matter of principle, in fact, does not have principles. They're just reacting to their traumatic experiences growing up and they haven't overcome them. But what I have seen as literally a spiritual counselor and someone who has witnessed the growth of several individuals and being someone who is not traumatized himself and generally can see the world clearly is that people grow out of that lefty way of thinking. Even my professor, Roger Scruton, who advised my master's thesis, uh, stated this in many different ways throughout his writing and his speaking that when you might grow up in a conservative household, and then, as a matter of rebellion, once you leave the nest, you go left because of all these fresh new ideas. They're shiny, they're jingly, they're very appealing to the senses. And in fact, the left does appeal to the senses, it appeals to material in its argumentation over and over and over again. If you pay attention philosophically to the root of what their beliefs actually are and what the program is. But then you mature, you actually start to think, and you grow out of that. You think not more, but better, and you're led to a place of realizing that actually your intuition is just correct, right? Once you've overcome those traumas and things, and you can be at peace with your mind, you realize that you don't really need all these reasons for things. You can just exist as you are in all of your intuition and even as a ball of instinct. But at least you have enough peace of mind to be able to moderate your instinctual proclivities, as they were. And that sort of personal spiritual discipline can only come about when you have some sort of conscious relationship with God. And that's something that is just not present on the left. God bless them, people who vote left, who are on a spiritual path. They might be on their way there. But insofar as they are taken by the materialism of leftist ideas, they are not quite there yet. They don't have peace of mind. They still have personal work to do before achieving that peace of mind that is necessary for just letting the world come to them and seeing things for how they truly are. So that's really it. That everyone I know who votes left has some sort of unresolved trauma or personal issues or even mental health issues, which at their core are just errors of perception, errors of thinking. Could be underthinking, could be overthinking, could just be flat out wrong thinking. But that's how it's based. And once you have peace of mind, you're not looking to be an activist, go out into the street and throw rocks at people and carry picket signs around, because you know that those kinds of efforts only stir up more reactions. Activism doesn't work, right? Because you're trying to fire people up, light a fire under their arses. And that's no way to grant them peace. That's what happens when you're truly helping someone, is that you're demonstrating peace and goodness and truth. And that's what we all want. That's what we all need. That's what our soul needs. You know. So I only see that existing in, let's say, apolitical conservative corners of society. I don't see it on the left. I don't see it in that complacent, neutral middle ground where you can't voice an opinion about anything. I don't see it there either. That's just standoffishness. That's just complacency. That's tolerance. And tolerance is a breeding ground for bad ideas and for atrocity. Whereas acceptance is something very different. That comes from a deeper place within the soul. Accept all, but tolerate nothing. Be able to say no when it's necessary. And apparently, my cat can't do that because she's trying to murder a bird through the window. Anyway, that's all I have to say now. Have a good day. Cheers.